Good morning, students. I am SK Theory, and today I am going to teach you class 8 mathematics of chapter 6 squares and square roots. Students, in this chapter square and square roots, we will study about the squares of the numbers, and we should have to find the square roots of the given number. By knowing this one, we should have to also understand and identify that which number is the perfect square. One by one we will study about this one. So let us start a square and a square roots. Students, in a square and a square roots, I want to say that a square, that is side into side, that is length of side. You can see the 1 into 1, that is 1 square, 2 into 2, 2 square, 3 into 3, 3 square, and so on we can obtain. So you can think and see that 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25, these are the square numbers. So any square numbers you can identify. If the number itself is multiplied, you can get the square of the given numbers. You also remember the squares of the number 1 from at least 30. So multiply and write again. You remember this one, and it will be very benefited when you will solve the questions. Now you think about the situations. There are some specific qualities that how we can identify that which number is the perfect square, and we can also understand that you can see the example that suppose n plus 1 the whole square minus n square, you can obtain as 2n plus 1. So between n square and n plus 1 square, there are 2n numbers, which is 1 less than the difference of the two squares. So in general we can say that there are 2n non-perfect square numbers between the squares of the numbers n and n plus 1. You can check it. If you can take the values of n, you can verify. Now you think about the sum of the consecutive natural numbers, and it can be obtained as n square plus 1 divided by 2. So there are several question has given, and you can solve in NCERT exercise 6.1 with the help of this one. The square of a number can be obtained by different ways. As for example, 23 square, you can write it 20 plus 3 the whole square. You can also write 20 into 20 plus 3 into 20 plus 3. You can write another way, 20 square plus 20 into 3 plus 3 into 20 plus 3 square. You can obtain 400 plus 60 plus 60 plus 9, that is 529. So by these methods you can find the square of the numbers. You think about the Pythagorean triplets. As for example, you can see 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 9 plus 16 is equal to 25 is equal to 5 square. So collections of the numbers 3, 4 and 5 is known as Pythagorean triplets. Like the same 6, 8 and 10 is also a Pythagorean triplets. You can check and verify it by taking the examples by the Pythagoras theorem. So you can think about one example. Write the Pythagorean triplet whose smallest number is 8. So general form, in Pythagorean triplets we take the 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. There are the three triplets, that is 3 numbers obtained in these triplets. So let us take one by one. M square minus 1 is equal to 8. So m square can be obtained 9. So m is equal to 3. Now you think 2m is equal to 6 and m square plus 1, that is 10. So if m is equal to 3, 2m will be 6 and m square plus 1, that will be 10. So 6 at 10, but 8 is not the smallest number of this one. So let us try. Again you can think. First of all, I have taken m square minus 1 is equal to 8. Now I will take the 2m is equal to 8. So m can be obtained as 4. And I can find that m square minus 1 is equal to 15, m square plus 1 is equal to 17. So 8, 15, 17 with 8 is the smallest number. So in the question you have to think that. So a2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. If the number has given that it is a smallest, so you have to check one by one, and after that you can find the Pythagorean triplets. You can solve the question which is given in the 6.2 also, and by the help of this Pythagoras theorem you can solve the word problem also. Finding a square roots. So a square root can be obtained by the division method and by the factorization method. We can also use the repeated subtraction method. So you can, any methods can be utilized. That is factorization method. It is very general form, and by these methods we can find that which one is not in pair, and if the number is multiplied by that number we can obtain the perfect square also. Either it can be any number can be divided by any given number so that it can become the perfect square. So there are the way in multiplication, division, there are the two ways by which any number can be obtained as the perfect square. So a square root by the division method, you I think know, and in division method it is very simple steps. From the right we take the pair, and after that we start to divide the number, and one by one, that is in steps, the division process is continued. In a square root of decimals, in decimals same process is adopted. From the right side we take it in the pair, and after that we start to divide the number, and we can obtain the square root. You can estimating the square roots also. Suppose any question has given and estimate the square root. Suppose any 125, you have to estimate 125. So 100, that is less than 250, is less than 400. Under root 100 is equal to 10, under root 420. So 10 is less than under root 250 is less than 20. So like this one, but still we are not very close to the square number. So again we will try 15 square to 25, 16 square to 56. So 15 less than under root 250 is less than 16. On such a conditions we can say that 256 is much closer to 250 than the 225. So under root 250 is approximately, that can be obtained as 16. You can solve the question which is given in the exercise 6.4. I think students very easily you can solve the question which is given, and we may feel the difficulties. So please share your ideas and views. Again, I want to say that if the videos very benefited, useful to you, subscribe the channel, like the videos and share your ideas and views. By this one, I want to